Hey you guys, it's Shauna here from SBell Wellness. Tonight I am so excited to be back with you here in the Zoom classroom to talk about doTERRA convention, kind of downloading some thoughts that I've had and sharing some new products with you. So lots and lots of information shared. My intent with tonight is really to share the products, but I certainly will be going into lots of other things. There was so much science shared with us behind all of these products, and that's what you guys know that drove me to doTERRA in the first place. The purity that's behind all of these products is hands down why we're able to get the therapeutic effects that we are, to make the impact on our health, for ourselves personally, for our families, and for people that we love and we know can really benefit from them. So one thing that I do want to share is just that doTERRA is just really making waves, really jumping in and going with it with this healthcare initiative with our Prime Meridian clinics. So they are opening clinics across the US and really starting to have where Western medicine and this holistic medicine actually come together, and it's integrative medicine, and it's just medicine. And I couldn't be more excited about that, just because it really does take both of those. It really takes people being, and physicians being aware of both sides of those and knowing that that is really what it's going to take to address the whole person versus just sick care. So we are really just going full speed ahead with WellCare, and I'm so excited to be a part of that. And so we'll continue to share all about that. There's a few clinics that are opening, and there is a Chicagoland one for those of us here locally that is in the works. So I can't wait to hear more about that as they progress through that. But for now, I want to share about all these wonderful products that were brought to us at convention. So number one, we were shared black spruce. So black spruce, you guys know this oil, believe it or not. It's actually one of the top oils in Balance, one of my favorite oils. It's also in Forgive blend. And so this, you guys, comes from the Canadian spruce, and it's so amazing. It's so grounding. It actually, when you smell the aromatic, you're like, oh yeah, that's totally what I've been smelling all this time in Balance. So that was a gift for me for sure. It really helps with emotional blockage. So it really gives us the courage to do the things that we need to do. And if we have things that are blocking us emotionally to do those things that we want to be able to do, this is a great oil for that. I've been enjoying it, diffusing it with Citrus Bliss. I like that combination together, has been really nice. It's actually very helpful for easy breathing too, so it's going to really support the respiratory system. It's great for massage after exercise. It's another one that they really talked about, the immune support during pregnancy. There's very specific immune support that they're learning through research is important for pregnant women, and so that's one to mention for that. It's also very protective to our cells. It can be great on dark kind of skin spots. So that is black spruce. Another exciting one that came out, you guys, is rose in the 5 ml bottle. So I'll tell you, I don't have that one to show you because I did not snag that one up while I was there, because that's something that I want to use some of my points to be able to snag that. But I do have already the rose touch roller, and I'll tell you that rose is so beneficial for emotional support, especially if you're going into a difficult situation. It's very helpful to be able to use that oil before bedtime too. I actually talked at convention about how it actually can help you fall asleep faster and then less waking. So I know some people are feeling like they can fall asleep, but it's that staying asleep that's troublesome for them. So rose is a really good one for that. And then also being able to wake up when you need to. So it decreases cortisol, and so that's a big factor of why it can have that impact for us for sleep. It's really good for skincare, and then also immune support. Emily Wright, who is one of our executives, shares this wonderful story about rose and how it really helped her daughter after she got a really bad infection from actually a bouncy house that she was at a party. But Emily shared that story about using rose, and I think there's some videos out there. I've seen Emily share this story before. So it was super powerful in what rose could do for her immune system. It was pretty scary. Her daughter had gotten a pretty bad infection with sores all over her body. And using rose and some of our On Guard and Melaleuca and those kind of standard ones that we are used to using for immune, she was able to really heal from that. So I think it was a powerful story, and I just wanted to mention that here with rose. Next up on the list here is lemon eucalyptus. So we know lemon eucalyptus in TerraShield. We know the research that we've seen out there about the power of that to naturally repel insects. And what they're showing from that is that it actually has a 4-hour staying power. So that's something in the past that people have been like, I don't know if natural bug repellent is going to work. Is it going to work long term? And so yes, absolutely, they are showing that it is having that 4-hour staying power, which is great. And not only is it good for bug repellent, but it's actually good for cleaning. And so they talked about making like a toilet spray for that. And so that's something that I want to get going in our house to give a try too. And then one of the big powerful things for it was candida. And if, I don't know, are you guys familiar with candida? But it really is a fungus that happens in the body, and there's a lot of different things that we may have this going on in our body and not know it, because it really comes from having too much refined sugar, too many carbs, even like too much dairy in the diet can really start to have this happen. And the things you'll start to see with that are things like mouth sores. You're going to get fatigue with that, reoccurring urinary tract infections, digestive issues, sinus infections all the time, skin and nail infections, athlete's foot type of things going on, joint pain. So a lot of things that we might not realize are actually could be coming from getting this candida, this fungus, this overgrowth basically from having too much sugar in our diet. And so lemon eucalyptus is an oil that can really support that. So I was excited to hear that, and we're excited to try that in our home for a couple of things and see if we can get that support that they're finding to be very helpful from the lemon eucalyptus. Next up, you guys, is yarrow palm. So we've had yarrow palm oil since last convention, but there are 2 products that came out this convention, and they have been so amazing. So this is a serum, you guys, and so it's not just oil. It has some wonderful carrier oils in there. It's still got the yarrow oil and the pomegranate seed. And then it has a couple of other oils in it as well. Roman chamomile, peppermint, kananga, which was an oil that we got on promotion. Mine just arrived today. And yuzu. But you guys, this hands down has been so amazing for my skin already. So it really helps to support and stimulate the collagen in our skin. It's very skin brightening. It really puts a protection barrier on our skin, which we've talked about how important that is for our immune system, since our skin is our first line of defense. And really firms and smooths up the skin. I actually couldn't find my bottle when I got home because Mike had taken it right away, because he and I had talked about how it could support skin, and he has had some things going on just from deodorant in the past that wasn't good for his body, and has had some real irritation under his arms. And so he has been using it and really finding right away that it is supporting his skin. So super exciting that that's happening for him. The second yarrow palm product is actually a supplement. And so we're able to address our skincare from the inside out, which is so, so important to really support those antioxidants that our body needs to be able to fight those free radicals, to be able to detox. It really helps healthy metabolic functions in the body. It's actually Some of the things in there are very calming to the mind and body. And so this is the beauty, the cellular beauty complex. And so this is a supplement that you would be able to take daily. So all the products I'm talking about tonight, you guys, October 1st, they launch, with the exception of the Yarrow products. These are January 2020 products, except for when the convention kit hits in October, you can purchase the whole kit like I did, and you're able to get those products. And so if that's something that's speaking to you with some of these tonight, it's definitely going to be a great way to snag those and make sure that you're able to start experiencing Yarrow right away. All right, next up is Tamer. You guys, Tamer is the new digestive blend in the kids line. But I will tell you, I absolutely adore this oil because I don't really care for the aromatics of Digest Zen. Even though I know it works really well and I still use it because of that, I'm not a huge fan of fennel. I'm not a huge fan of that licorice kind of aromatic. And this Tamer is actually so amazing. It has spearmint in there. It has Japanese peppermint, ginger, black pepper, and parsley seed. So what I get from it is the spearmint, which is one of my top favorite oils. And so this has just been a great addition for digestive support. And in the kit, it comes with the cute carabiner because that's what the kids kit came with last year when it launched. So they gave us that to add to what we already had. So definitely awesome to add digestive blend for kids. And those cute names. I love that they name them things that the kids really can attach to. So that's Tamer. Next up is citronella. So citronella, you guys have all heard of that, obviously, as a pest repellent. So yes, it is going to do that for us, but it's actually super powerful for cleaning. It does really well with some of those conifer oils like cypress when you're cleaning. It actually supports appetite. And it can really have an influence on GABA, you guys. So what that means is GABA's neurotransmitters that are actually reducing the neural excitability. So what does that mean for our body? It means it's supporting mood. It's really going to help to balance mood and really help to relax and support those fight and flight type of reactions that are happening for us and for those around us. So citronella has a new job, not just getting rid of those pesky bugs, but that can support mood as well. And so we'll be playing around with that one, diffusing it with some things, seeing what we like it with. So stay tuned for that. Next up is celery seed. So you guys, people have been juicing celery. I don't know if any of you have done that. I've thought about it. I've read books about it. I know that it can be super supportive, but I also know that it can be like ridiculous in the fact that you're buying so much celery to get what you need from it and to juice it and to clean all of that. I just haven't been able to do that yet. And now I don't have to. So what's really cool about the celery seed and the fact that doTERRA's oil is so incredibly pure is that we don't have to worry about taking in so much of that celery and being worried about, you know, did the plant have those pesticides when I bought this celery at the grocery store? And you're taking in so much of it. So this is a really great alternative for that. Why do you want to do it? Well, it is amazing for digestive support. They really showed us research and protocols for the tissue of the esophagus and to really protect it from damage. And so any of you who have experienced that, if you've experienced issues with stomach acid, creating these kind of things going on in the body, you're definitely going to want to tune into celery seed. Does it smell like celery? Absolutely. Are you going to like the taste of it? Probably not. The way that I'm going to recommend taking it is in a supplement, in a veggie cap, because then you're not going to have to deal with that. I'll be honest with you, I did put it in my smoothie. I put 1 drop in there. I didn't really care for the fact that it had a little bit of taste there. So taking it in the supplement is definitely the way that I would go at taking it, because you really do want the powerhouse that it is to be able to support the stomach and those kind of things going on if you're dealing with those things that I mentioned. It's also really good for the urinary tract. And so if you add it with juniper, it's going to be really good for the kidneys. And if you add it with cinnamon, it's going to be really good for the rest of the tract. And so that's kind of how we're adding it in the supplement, is being able to add the cinnamon and the juniper berry with it, just to have that overall support that we're looking for with it. So that was one that I was super excited for us to grab. Next up is another digestive tool. This is a supplement. These are the peppermint enteric soft gels. So really what they're doing is they're alleviating any sort of intestinal discomfort that you're having, reducing gas and bloating. I've taken them several times now, just having eaten something that bugged me, and it's just like immediate. I've been able to have relief from that. So hands down, I'm really enjoying these, and it's just a small little soft gel, and so it's easy to take and be able to get rid of that discomfort really fast. So that is a new supplement, just a little bit different than the DigestZen ones, just that they're peppermint, but the coating on there really allows for those active ingredients to pass through the stomach, get to the intestine, which is where a lot of those discomfort problems are actually coming from. And so that's kind of what sets it apart, is that that coating that they've been able to kind of work on for a little bit and get that efficient for us. So this is the new peppermint soft gels. Next up is another supplement. You guys, this supplement is 3 years in the making. So exciting. This is turmeric. It's turmeric in a supplement. It's dual chamber, you guys. So you're familiar with the capsule on the probiotic where it's double encapsulated. So we've got that same kind of technology, but what it is doing is it has the curcuminoid powder in there, and then the turmerones from the essential oil. So we've got the powder form and we've got the essential oil form in the same capsule. And so it's able to really give us this synergetic approach to healthy inflammatory responses. I took this immediately after we walked, like the first day of convention, like I walked over 15,000 steps in a small amount of time, and my legs were killing me from that. Took this right away, like joint support, didn't feel that inflammation, supported right away. And so that sold me for sure. I have been taking this one daily. Again, I had been taking turmeric in a capsule, and so this is just a way to kind of replace that, in the sense of being able to get more bang for our buck with the powder form and the essential oils together. It's really helpful for our nervous system and those antioxidants. And so that's why, you know, we talk so much about detox and how we need to really support our body's ability to get rid of free radicals and those kind of things that are really having an impact, and probably that we're not really noticing it right away. And so turmeric's going to be a great way to do that. Dr. Hill did share that a really good regimen for this is to take 1 to 2 of the turmeric capsules in the morning, and then stick with the copaiba at night. And so taking those copaiba capsules at night, if that's something you've been doing. So I was combining mine when I was taking them in the capsule before. So now just kind of splitting up and going with a little bit of a different routine based on some of the studies that they've been doing and noticing the support. So that's the turmeric one. That's really going to support your healthy inflammatory responses. I know we talk about inflammation and how we want inflammation out of the body. It's not actually that we want inflammation out of the body. We want healthy responses to that. So we need inflammation when there's injury or acute kind of things going on to help the body repair. We just don't want that sticking around long term, which is what's happening with illness and autoimmune and those kind of things going on. So we want to make sure that we're tapping into some resources so that we can have healthy inflammatory responses. All right, you guys, I saved the best for last. I'm so excited about this. There are 3 products in this line. Adaptive. So it is exactly what the name says. This is going to help us really be able to adapt to what is going on in our world, what we are dealing with emotionally. It's really going to help empower and encourage us to be able to manage our days. So this is a supplement. This really helps with tension and worry. It really can help with cognitive and emotional balance. And it really is tapping into the systemic pathway for both neurological and biochemical things happening in our brain. You guys, they did clinical trials on this. That's so powerful. That's so much information to be able to tell us that these things are working. And so there's some testing that they did. They shared one of the tests that they use. I'm drawing a blank on the name of it right now, but basically just to share kind of the premise of that, they were looking at anxiety, and so people would get a score based on how anxious they were feeling in their daily lives. And so the lower the number, the less anxious you are. And they shared a story about this woman in a study, and her number was a 20 when she started. 4 weeks later of using the products, she was down to a 3. That's so powerful, you guys. Like that these natural supports are really being able to have that big of an impact on emotional support is incredibly powerful for what's going on in our world today and what we're having to deal with, and how cool that we're going to be able to deal with it using these. So I have been carrying my roller around with me. This has been attached to my lanyard. I've been taking this out and using it throughout the day. The aromatics of it, it's just so amazing. It has wild orange in there, lavender, copaiba, spearmint, magnolia, rosemary, neroli, and sweet gum, and then the fractionated coconut oil. I was so excited because when they announced what was in there, I was like, you're kidding me, right? Because those are like some of my top oils, and now they're all together right here. So it definitely has been super supportive already. And then it also comes in the 15 ml bottle, so you can diffuse it and use it that way too. They are finding the most power in using all 3 of them throughout your day and your routine. So if we are thinking about using oils aromatically, topically, and internally, is how we're going to get the most benefit for our body. So you guys, that is an amazing line to make sure that we can really center ourselves, get through our day, and adapt to what we need to. So super, super exciting for that one. So those are the oils, you guys. That's what came through with convention. We did get an extra little present for being there at convention. We got Manuka. You guys have probably heard me talk about this. This was an oil that we got on promotion the summer before last, actually. It comes from New Zealand. So this is a little oil that I've been putting in with my flume, actually, to really support well care throughout the year. And so that's part of my little surprise for the live giveaway, is that I am whipping up a roller of Manuka to go with a couple of other little things, because I want you guys to be able to experience that too. I actually loved it so much that we did buy some from someone in New Zealand to have, and so it was kind of cool for that to show up. And a funny fact is that the people in New Zealand call it Monica instead of Manuka. And so all of us at convention couldn't stop laughing, and so we kept calling it the friend oil, like Monica. So just a funny little tip from when we were there. I wish I could bring you guys all there and see all the experience that we had, just being a part of over 35,000 people coming together with the heart of doTERRA just really shining and showing us why we all show up and learn about these things, because the power is there. It really restored in me hope and just excitement that there are doctors who want to do this. Like, we had doctor after doctor presenting to us about these things. And so for me, who had really kind of been down on that and thinking like, oh my gosh, are there doctors out there who really are caring about this and really digging in and looking at all of this for us, and sometimes feeling like that wasn't the case. But They are, you guys. And so that was what was so cool for me, to be able to experience that and to come back and be able to continue to share that with you guys. So super, super awesome. So not too long before October 1st gets here, you'll be able to snag these. Like I said, the convention kit will come out and they'll present that. I'm not quite sure of all the specs of that yet. They'll present that to us, and that'll be offered for you guys to be able to snag one of those up and experience all of the wonderful new oils at one time. Or you can buy them kind of a la carte and go with what works for you. So wanted to share that with you guys. One other thing that I snagged while I was there was this really fun kit that is the Aroma Touch technique. So you guys know, or many of you know, that I'm certified in using some oils in a technique for massage that's actually more of a touch technique that really helps to balance and support the body. And so this was the 10-year anniversary of the Aroma Touch technique being developed by Dr. Hill. And so they had this really fun class. And so I'm telling you guys about it because I would love to come teach this class to you. So it's an in-person class because you really want to get into it. But it really, what it allows me to do is show you how to use some of the oils in a specific way to do a hand technique. And so I can teach you how to do that. And it's a really great way to use your oils to connect with the people that you love, to be able to share something with them when they're having a hard time, whether physically or emotionally. And so I'd love to come be able to teach that. There's some fun little things that we can do, some different blends for different things that you've got going on, like immune and tension, respiratory, focus, rest, even uplifting and digestive, and the grounding oils. And so it's just a new way to teach some things. So I would love, 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 if any of you are interested in that, please reach out to me. I'd love to come teach that and share that class with you and some people that you might invite over to learn a little bit about that. You guys, that was a lot. That was a lot of information in a little bit of time, and I just shared the products. I didn't even share like a ton of what other wonderful things I learned. Just so many amazing things that doTERRA is doing out there, humanitarian-wise, the support they're giving to the world, you know, where these products grow the best. It's just so amazing. They had some of the growers were there. They got on the stage. We saw their flags from all over the world. It was just so cool to connect with these oils that are having such a powerful impact on my health and our health. And to be able to see the people that really put the effort into that, and then doTERRA taking care of those people and building schools and hospitals and all of those things to support the people. It's just really cool to be a part of that. So I thank you guys for always showing up here and learning about them. If you have any questions, if you jump on over to SBellWellness.com, you can check out my contact information, get a hold of me. I'd love to support you. Share some of these things. I'm happy to sample out or bring them and let you see them, let you experience them so that you can be able to benefit from them too. So let me know if I can help you in any way. And I hope that you'll join me for the next class. I'll see you all soon.